the West was the one civilization for centuries, if not more than a millennium, wherein merit was rewarded, and that is the reason, if there is the reason, as opposed to a major reason, for the success of the West. People were not chosen based on blood, on family, or even largely on bribery. They were chosen on merit. The left destroys everything it touches, and it is destroying Western civilization. I have another proof that they're destroying Western civilization. Did you see, are you familiar with the Beyond Growth conference in Europe?
Yeah.
I watched a good chunk of it. I mean, it's hours.
Wow.
I was mesmerized. Their aim is to stop growth. That's why it's called Beyond Growth. They believe that growth is a white supremacist, capitalist, which is the same to them, idea.
Yeah, because it preys on developing nations.
Well,
In addition to
they didn't
preying
even
on
know.
others.
No, what I heard was not preying on, believe it or not, on poorer nations. I'm sure that's part of it because they spoke of white colonialism.
Yeah.
What they are really against is the notion within the West that there should be economic growth. One should learn to enjoy life with economic shrinking. That it was the constant theme. The idea that we want the economy to grow is a bad idea. These are sick people. Every leftist is sick.
Well, why is it a bad idea?
It is because they want to crush our civilization.
Because it uses resources.
It uses resources, yes. But even if we were fully green, they are anti-growth. Green is anti-growth. That's the point of the conference. And people should understand that. If you want your children to be materially worse off, if you want unemployment to skyrocket because people will have no money to buy goods that people make and ship, then you support the Greens and the left. They couldn't be more clear. I wish I could just devote 3 hours to people listening to the Beyond Growth Conference. They're communists. They're in all their rhetoric, they are communists.
But isn't what is behind its idea that if you
Is it?
grow,
I'm going to repeat you. Isn't what behind the idea that if you're for growth,
that
you're using up resources?
yes, but the
yeah.
resources, and it's not just merely using up resources. You're going to destroy the planet.
You're going to destroy the planet. Right. So even if we're green. Yeah. So okay. That is one of their claims. You will. It's a war on Mother Earth. They worship the earth.
Yeah.
But there is a deep desire to have people poorer. They say it. I didn't make this up. We are all, except for the poor, too wealthy. And we need time for care. They kept repeating that. We need time to care for one another. They live in a make-believe. They're all children. Every leftist is a child. Liberals are naive, but leftists are children, spoiled children. And they get up there and they salute one another and give each other standing ovations for saying this. We should care for one another. And what is stopping us is the pursuit of economic growth. No, what is stopping us is secularism as it happens. Since religious people care for one another a hell of a lot more. Every piece of data is that they volunteer more time than non-religious people. Who's going to contribute to the caring groups when there's no economic growth? Who's going to give that money? Every day, more data on how sick and bad the left is. They're spoiled, bored That's key. They're bored. Economic growth is boring. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I don't know how. Did you send me any link to it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Well, yeah, I got it. You mesmerized me. I'm going to have to play some excerpts regularly for people to understand what's in store for them. They hate the fact that you have 2 cars and a home. They hate it. It's like Marx. He hated religion because people would find solace and comfort in it and not make a revolution. If you have a car, if you have 2 cars and a house in the suburbs, you won't make the revolution. And then you won't live John Lennon's Imagine. That's what they do, they imagine.